Today we're going to show you why having gaffer tape in your share house will completely change your life, along with 7 other items.
We're also going to bring one item each that we reckon would ruin a share household.
My item number 1, Joel Harris, is something that's already very present within this room
What
space.
could it be? What could it be?
Oh, my auditory listeners, it's mood lighting.
Whoa, I thought it was going to be something else, but mood lighting indeed.
Mega important is mood lighting. It makes the home feel so much cozier. And you're probably thinking, oh, but Michael, mood lighting sounds like it's going to be so costly. Actually, dear listener, I did some research for you. The price of running a lamp, globe dependent of course, but the price of running a lamp can be cheaper than ceiling lights. A lot of the time it is. So if you've got a couple of lamps in the room, you pop them on, instead of having ceiling lights, you're going to have a warmer looking home and feeling home. Also, you're saving yourself some sweet dollar bills. In this bloody economy, mate, you need it.
My number 2 is you need a good bin with really good bin bags. I'm talking a bin full of juicy depth, one that can fit up to 5 people's rubbish just being flung in there day after day, and you need those good bin bags to stay intact so no grotty food or anything overflows into the box itself or any other bin that may be surrounding it. I think big bin, good bin bag, very important.
With a good foot pedal. You don't want one of those bins that gets the broken foot pedal and you have to keep on lifting up the bin with your bare hands. No thanks.
Yeah, no.
Not this guy.
We don't want to be touching those bins, let alone...
Though I have seen bins with lids and I think, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But ultimately, a deep bin is all that is a necessity with a good covering so you don't get bin stink into the home.
Exactly. Yeah, and if you have to underarm that bin lid, then that comes into contact with things you're putting in the bin, which is probably not nice.
Not nice at all.
Hey, I caught some good bins at Bunnings, but also Kmart have some fun ones. There are better cost-effective items than at Bunnings. They're a bit more spenny, but the good options are out there.
Blanket statement across the whole episode. We're not asking you to go out and spend billions. We're not asking you to spend anything. We're just trying to give you some helpful tips here. There are very cost-effective ways of doing everything that we mentioned here. I made sure when I curated the list that it's not going to break a bank and it's things that I've been able to afford, and I'm a guy that doesn't earn all that much money. So we're trying to help you keep your hip pocket good, but also to make sure you have a nice, cozy home, because it can be one of the hardest parts about moving out is not having a cozy home.
Yeah, at the end of the day, these are almost 1%ers. Maybe I would even say 2 or 3%ers. I think they're really good at just adding positivity and just...
efficiency?
Yeah, just to your lifetime over time. And the earlier you invest, the more you reap those benefits.
If you've got any handy things that you love in your home, please comment below what you think should be implemented into our list. Maybe we'll do another listicle video and maybe we'll incorporate your idea. But for now...
Hey, just like Valda says, get into the market. Go on, Mac.
Item 3. And this is rich, but a cordless vacuum.
That is rich.
Yeah, I know you're thinking it's rich people talk. It's Jack Swan rich people. I know. But again, I've come with research. You can get a cordless vacuum at Kmart for under $100.
Whoa.
Okay?
That'd be worth it too. I waited a while for my father to buy me one for this place because a corded vacuum sucks.
Yeah.
It's night and day with those things.
I was also gifted a cordless vacuum as well.
It's a good birthday present. You know, when your parents get to a point, they're like, I don't know what to get you anymore. I don't know what you're into. Just be like, I want a cordless vacuum.
More money towards it, please and thank you. Because
thanks, great Uncle Steve.
You get yourself a vacuum with a whole body you've got to trundle around and a cord that's a finite cord, you're going to find yourself really not wanting to vacuum at all. You're going to be starting to regret having to do it at all, and your house is going to become really dusty, dirty. Cordless vacuum has made vacuuming, for me at least, quite enjoyable, and it's so efficient, and you can always keep it on charge. It comes with wall mounts, which a lot of people can't use because you're in a shared home.
Now you can do it.
You can mount things to the walls. You can drill into a wall.
Oh, you can't drill, but the one that I have, they had the sticky strips.
Oh, the adhesives.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you can do that.
I think that's just a mega one that if you want to keep your house even a little bit clean, a cordless vacuum, and they've got cordless mops again. Kmart sells this. This is a little extra one for you.
Cordless mops. I didn't know mops came with cords.
Oh, bucketless. Shut up, bucketless. What the hell? Bucketless mops. It has its own little water tray attached to the stick, and you can squirt water out the front of it and then mop it up.
Wow,
crazy.
That's news to me.
Right?
I'll be honest with you. Fair play.
That's the future. That's where we're at, my
God
friend.
damn. I'll tell you what else is the future. Plant life inside your home.
Whoa.
I'd say real or fake. I think it adds just that feeling of nature right there in your own home. I think there's science behind it. You've heard about it. I'm just endorsing it. I was even at the Canby market the other weekend, and someone had knitted different plants and flowers and stuff, and I was like, even
cute.
that, like, little wool plant life, it just, I don't know, it makes you smile, you know?
Invite outside, inside. I have a myriad of fake plants.
Yeah, you're better at it than me, for sure.
Well, I don't know if fake plants even counts, and they're quite expensive, to be fair, but I just know I won't have the effort to water them. But I feel like if you want to start gearing yourself up for maybe having kids or maybe owning a pet, a good start is keeping a plant alive for a couple of months. If you can do that, you should be. I think there should be prerequisites for humans to own pets or have humans of their own.
I think you go plant, cat, dog, kid.
Yeah.
Or just like plant, dog, kid.
If you can't keep a ficus alive for a couple of months, you don't deserve to have children. That's a fair... I think that should be the government's way of tracking. And there should be a plant inspector that comes around and says, oh, that's a healthy ficus, young man. You're ready to start having children. They take the condom box away from you. You're ready to go raw dog. But if that ficus inspector comes around, the ficus is dead. I'm sorry. But you shouldn't be having children.
You were bound to a lifetime of condom use. Very elegantly put.
We touched on it in the intro of the video. Something that you shouldn't have in the house. We've brought one thing to the table each. Would you like to kick us off?
I thought of this one in the shower this morning. I haven't told you about it. I would argue that you should not have a kitty in their household.
A kitty cat?
A kitty being like a bowl of money that people contribute to on the weekly. Yeah, I don't think a money kitty is a good idea. I think now in the modern future world, you have cash apps like Beam It, just like Share, where you can very easily put your expenses in it and it automatically splits it amongst home mates.
And everyone's spending the same amount of money instead of maybe one person just keeps contributing to the kitty and everyone just has this amount of money available. It's a very fair system that keeps everyone accountable.
Yeah, and rather than a kitty where it's like, oh, I think the house needs this, so I'll take from the kitty and go and pay for it because it's already there. It's like another, like, no one's money is spent without permission. Because you kind of put it in there, then people could dispute it, or you should be asking, hey, I'm going to buy these things for the home, and then get people's approval before making that purchase. So there's more accountability involved with like a Beam It or a Cash App system.
Be mindful though, I've had experiences with past people that will beam you for things you didn't even ask for, and they just assume it's a shareable expense. Yeah,
well, in Beam It, you can refute
decline.
it.
Yeah, you can decline.
Whereas a kitty, you can't. Like, the money's spent.
The money's the money. Okay, that's a really good one. My one I brought to the table today is more of a general thing, and it's putting sentimental items in a shared environment. I think is a very bad idea. I think if you have sentimental items, keep them to your bedroom, because more than likely Murphy's Law is going to come into play and your sentimental item in the shared space will be broken.
Yeah.
And I think that's really tough, and that can really sever some relationships.
That's a real fear. Yeah. It's like when I brought a keyboard into my last home, it was like I knew putting it in a shared space, I was like, all right, if I'm going to do this, I know that every single guest who comes through will play it. Every single party, people will be playing it. There'll be drinks around. That has to be a risk you're willing to take if you're going to put especially something sentimental. Like, people love... I'm fidgeting with a pen right now. You think someone isn't going to fidget with your locket from your great-grandmother? They probably will.
They're probably going to wear it. Maybe even lick it.
Put it in their mouths. Yeah.
Yeah. Joel Harris is a culprit of putting things in the mouth.
I love putting things in my mouth.
So, don't put sentimental things in a shared space. Be smart about that. Even if you have a nice rug that you want at your long-term house you're planning on buying one day, maybe put that rug elsewhere, roll it up, put it elsewhere. I wouldn't put it in the shared space where someone can spill a red wine and ruin your rug.
Hey, Back to the positives, though. Speaking of a rug, my next point is a rug that ties the room together. Man, you'll be, if you wind back, you'll see my smile go up in the recording when you brought up a rug. I'm like, I got this segue. No, we recently picked up in our new home a rug from the Camberwell Market, and we lay it out in the hallway of our new home. And
You got a
my
runner.
God,
Yeah, you've got a nice runner.
yeah, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Honestly, the positive vibes I feel in my heart when I step out into the hallway of my home with that rug there, God, feels
I
good.
Had a really weird experience the other day when I was out for Father's Day with my father, and he wanted to go around Melbourne and go around to where he used to live in Brunswick, and there was this old Italian lady that was out the front of his house. Long story short, by chance she was there and she invited us into the house. We didn't know her, but so I got to see Dad's old childhood home, and what did she have in the major long hallway of the house? A
rug.
big old runner. And it looked great, and I thought, hey, that's not so bad. I could do with having a runner in my share house.
Yeah.
And the fact that you've got one makes me want to get one.
That, just like the Nintendo Switch, huh?
Yeah.
I'm the big brother buying things that you want.
I was very jealous. Item number 6, we talked about it in the intro, and now we're going to explain why gaffer tape is paramount to a share house. Now, gaffer tape, to me, screams someone that really wants to do DIY but has no clue how to do it, i.e. me.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it, but I know that every time I have something that goes slightly wrong with one of my items in the home, whether that's a pen that I might not be able to screw back together again, or like you do and you've inspired me, I need to mark something as my own property.
Yeah.
A piece of gaffer tape will last a lifetime. They just don't come undone. They're fantastic. I've fixed so many little items within my house. I even once had gaffer tape in my car, and one of the plastics around the wheel came off, taped it back to the car, continued on my road trip.
Wow.
Gaffer tape is just so useful for little fixes, temporary fixes, but for marking things, we'll cut to Joel around his room has green gaffer tape and marks so much. You can see it on our mic
Right
stands.
here, because especially taking film gear to different homes and different houses and places, it's like if everything is marked with your color, then that makes it so much more easily identifiable. And if someone finds it, they know exactly whose it is.
Absolutely.
Like my other film mates, some of them use orange tape, another one uses blue tape. So I'm like, all right, I'll get green tape, so none of my stuff mixes up with their stuff. My final point is a fun one. It's Bullet Train on Blu-ray. Now this is the Blu-ray 4K Steelbook, so you don't have to get this one, but just Bullet Train on Blu-ray. Great thing to tie a house together. But
No, go, please.
Bullet Train is probably one of the greatest films of the 20s. Best action comedy for sure. It's brought so much joy between me and my friendships with people.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
you
really
gonna
up there with
dispute that?
cordless vacuum. No, yeah, that's really strong.
Yeah, dude, I read Bullet Train on Blu-ray for sure, and a Blu-ray player if you don't have it. You can get an Xbox or a PlayStation or something.
I thought
definitely
I was
going
going
down
bougie.
the spinnier route.
Yeah, I thought I was being bougie before with a cheaper than $100 cordless vacuum, but you're saying you have to have an Xbox. Okay.
100%. But even Bullet Train aside, just like media that you can all sit around together and enjoy, whether it's a game, whether it's a really fun movie like Bullet Train. I think it's very important to share media and art as a home.
You could extend it out to having your own art within the home. Could be the extension.
Yeah,
or
just
do we
something
just go
to be-
specifically Bullet Train? Maybe we just keep it to that.
Something to be enjoyed together for sure. An active
Sure.
kind of participation, everyone consuming, and something you can
Okay.
talk about afterwards.
Well, point number 8, which I think works well with Bullet Train, is a beanbag. I think a beanbag within a house is one of my more favored investments that I was happy to leave in a shared space. We have one couch in our house, and we have a myriad of friends that come over, and the couch can fit, let's say, 3 at a squish potentially, because we're big adults now. A beanbag you can move around the floor is just the most comfortable thing to sit on personally, but also to have guests on and around. A couple of beanbags in the house really does make it a very comfy, friendly environment. Instead of people pulling up stools from, let's say, the kitchen table,
Yeah.
you get to be comfortable and lounge on a beanbag. It's great for movie night. It even doubled for us as an ottoman for our feet.
Whoa.
So I really recommend a beanbag. That absolutely changed my world. And little dog Billy loves the beanbag. So cute for
Yeah.
animals as well. I recommend it. Kmart again does them pretty cheap. I think you can pick one up for about $30.
It's cheaper than a couch for sure.
Cheaper
like
than a
comfy
cat.
chair. And a couch and a cat.
Don't know why I heard cat the first time. So glad I put that in there.
No, I inherited all of the beanbags from my parents' home since they've moved as well. And yeah, very, very useful. Stan just put one of the beanbags in his room, and that's fine. You got a big room. You got people coming over that need to sit. Very happy to share that.
You can move them around the house. Wherever you need a beanbag for someone to sit, you can move that beanbag too.
Absolutely can. They might be using them in the kitchen right now because we got the kitchen chairs.
Ooh, that's facts. Hey, that's the list of 8. Comment below what your favourite things are in your house that you think are essential to share house living, and we'll be sure to bloody fucking respond.
we went all episode without swearing, Mac. You had to ruin it at the fucking end. My God.
That's the episode. Be good. Make sure to tell someone you love them today.
Hey, sharehousepod@gmail.com, sharehousepod Instagram, TikTok. We'll see you there.
Subscribe. Bye.